Most people are incredibly lazy in their day-to-day routine, and this results to poor performance in school, work, and just life overall, like friendships, etc. The There are a lot of bad effects of laziness. First being, of course, low productivity and feeling like you haven't achieved anything because you haven't. And the second is just this bad feeling where you're lying in bed and you don't want to lie in bed, but you can't stop. You want to get out, but you can't. And that's a big trap of laziness. And it's why it's so important to improve this part of you and to be more energetic throughout the day. So, the first step to improve laziness is to sleep more. This, in a summary, can be improved by going to sleep earlier, uh, and also waking up earlier itself can give you more energy because we are shown to have more energy at early hours of the day. The hours of the day are not equal to each other. For example, if you wake up at 5 a.m., you're not gonna just scroll on your phone because you're up at 5 a.m. So you're gonna do your important work. Whereas if you're up at 9 a.m., you can do whatever and you can get messages, you can get distracted. And that's why you should wake up earlier. You're gonna be less lazy and you also need to get more sleep. So you have to go to sleep even earlier. Second step, this is a big one. Fix your diet, specifically the amount of carbs that you're eating. Carbs lead to massive brain fog and sugar crashes, as you've heard before, where your glucose levels spike and then they fall down immediately. This results in that thing 2 hours after lunch where you feel like you need to lie down and you can't get any work done and you definitely can't do any sports. So the way to combat this is you get an app like MyFitnessPal and you just track your calories, and specifically you track your carbs every single day and you reduce your carbs and replace them with a bit more proteins and fats so that you don't get that much brain fog. And especially you can try to remove carbs entirely from one meal. For example, I don't usually eat carbs for breakfast, but I eat carbs on my other two meals. So, fourth one, third step, which I know almost none of you will do, but for those that will, it will have a massive impact. In fact, it will have the greatest impact. It is reducing your caffeine. You might think that you will have less energy and you'll be more lazy, but only for a short amount of time. After 2 weeks of no caffeine or low caffeine, you'll feel much better without it, and you won't be real dependent on it to give you energy. So many adults are dependent on caffeine. It's very rare to find an adult who isn't addicted to caffeine. And while caffeine is seen as this miracle drug, it should be used only when you have important work to be done or you're about to hit a workout. It shouldn't be a part of your daily schedule where you just have coffee every morning just because. Damn, really been drinking a lot of water. Dry lips. Okay, so when you reduce your caffeine, your tolerance to it lowers, and therefore you can also have less of it to get that same hit. And that's why you can't cut out caffeine entirely because it is useful, but you should cycle caffeine, where meaning you don't have it every single day. You have it when you're about to hit a hard workout or when you have an important project coming up and you really need to work peak performance with your brain. So, fourth thing is to establish a routine. When you have a routine, you're less likely to be lazy because you're not just going to lie around when you have something important to do. Whereas if you don't have a routine, you can just procrastinate and say, I'll do it later today, I'll do it tomorrow. That's why building a routine is one of the most important parts of improving your productivity and reducing laziness. When you have a routine, you're just more likely to stick to any good habits, to not stick to any bad habits, and to be more productive. Now, fifth And final step, imagine, imagine if there's two guys who are about to go, who have all of their exams coming up, and one guy thinks, I have to study 10 chapters in 6 subjects, but the other guy thinks, if I can just study a few of these chapters every day, I'll get through it and I'll be ready. That second guy is less likely to procrastinate and he's less likely to quit, which means he's going to have more time to study. He's going to be better at the studying because he's not going to be stressed. Stress negatively impacts everything and anything that you can do. So it's very important to not be chronically stressed. So that's just a massive tactic to improve your productivity, reduce laziness, is to break tasks into smaller steps so that they don't seem as daunting. Because imagine right now, you have a workout later today and you want to go, but you think you can't imagine lifting all that heavy weight on the squat. But first, imagine putting on your headphones and putting on your shoes and then walking outside. Then then imagine getting on the transport and imagine doing a warm-up set. After your warm-up set, you'll already feel better. You'll feel more in the mood of working out. And even if this is a bad workout today because you're tired for some reason, it's going to be a better workout than no workout at all because you came to the workout because you broke the task down into a smaller step. So, that's about it for today. Follow my Patreon. I have an exclusive community there with private videos, and I also have access to one-on-one coaching with me there. And subscribe to the channel, like the video. Embrace progress, not perfection. See ya.